Hello, you beautiful sacks of I'm your host, Splumpool. Welcome back to the channel. I just want to say before this video starts, thanks for dropping by. Go ahead, come on, get cozy, take off your shoes, sit back, relax a little bit. This video might be long, I don't know yet, I'm still recording it. You. If you like this video, go ahead and drop a like down below, give us a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell next to it so you make sure you get notified every time we make a video, and all that good stuff. Even if you don't want to do all that, the least you could do is like share the video with a friend. That would be cool. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Oh yeah, get ready, motherfuckers. This video is R-rated in true Deadpool fashion, so let's fucking go. Now, I'm sure you know already, Deadpool and Wolverine is a movie that just came out in theaters, and quite frankly, I think it's the best Marvel movie that they've made. It's funny, it's incredibly well written, exactly the right amount of raunchy, and oh my god, the cameos. I'm gonna try to keep this video like spoiler free in case you want to go see it, but oh my god, the cameos, dude. The fucking cameos. I really love Deadpool and Wolverine. I love, quite frankly, all three of the Deadpool movies. While none of them are necessarily my favorite movie, they all have their flaws, which, truth be told, I'll never tell you what my favorite movie is.
I'll give you a hint. It's not the Paw Patrol movie. That's number 2.
Deadpool and Wolverine is one of the best written movies I've maybe ever seen. And am I exaggerating a little bit? Maybe. Am I being a little too amped up about a movie I just saw? Probably. But the fact of the matter is, this is what movie theaters are for. Going to see big budget movies like this. It is spectacular. And I don't usually like 3D movies. I've just never been a fan. I don't think anyone ever has been. But I saw Deadpool and Wolverine in 3D, and oh my god, just for the first scene in the movie, the first scene alone, it is worth it to see this movie in 3D. It is so fucking cool just seeing him do stuff. I don't want to spoil it. If I spoil it later in the video, I'll put a fucking timestamp or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just really loved Deadpool and Wolverine, and I think I need to talk about it. Or otherwise, nothing's gonna happen. So yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine is one of those movies that you have to go see in theaters. I am serious. I'm positive this video will be out within the week, so I know that it's still in theaters at this moment, and I need you to go watch it. Just please drop this video, drop everything you're doing, go watch Deadpool and Wolverine, because it is truly incredible. To explain how Deadpool and Wolverine really affected me enough to buy this shirt at Burlington, shout out Burlington Coat Factory, I have to tell you about my relationship with Deadpool. So let's go. Now, if I do my editing right, that'll be cut per 8 years ago, when I was the young age of baby shit, a movie came out that was kind of a fucking big deal. Especially to me. See, in 2016 when the movie came out, I was 12, aka the prime fucking audience for the movie. The movie I'm referring to is, you guessed it, Big Fat Liar. No, not the movie, I'm talking about you disgusting little nematode. You heard Nicole Kidman, silence your damn phones, and stop talking over the movie. I promise your joke was not as funny as Deadpool, so stop trying. So sit down, eat your popcorn, and listen to Deadpool introduce Disney to a little thing I like to call pegging, the original combat sport. Back when it came out, I didn't know what a Deadpool was. I just know he was the star of a Marvel movie, and he could say the fuck word. He truly is Marvel Jesus. Deadpool quickly became the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, despite TJ Miller's best efforts to make it flop, i.e., him just being there and being on screen in front of a mass audience. That sick fucking bastard. Every subsequent Deadpool movie since the first one has gained that title of highest grossing R-rated movie, and I think that's a testament to just how good these movies are. I mean, look at him go. He forgot his guns. Oh shit, Zishin. I'll fix it in post. I can't really talk too much about it despite it being the entire point of this fucking video, because I don't want to spoil it for you or anyone else who has plans on seeing this movie, because it is truly special. But I also need to talk about how awesome this movie was. Because, oh my god, there are big fucking explosions. There's amazing dance choreography. There's amazing fight choreography, and oh my god, the cameos. The only one I'm gonna mention is Sabretooth because he was in the trailer, but Jesus Christ, the fucking cameos. If you're even the slightest fan of Marvel, you are gonna cream your pants at this movie. Not to mention, this movie also has an amazing cast. Obviously, the aforementioned Deadpool and Wolverine. It's got Peter. Shout out Peter. It's got fucking Dogpool, played by the world's ugliest dog, and I'm not being mean, it was literally voted world's ugliest dog, but I fucking love that thing. It is my favorite character, and Dopinder is barely in the movie. That actually made me quite sad. He was one of my favorite characters in the first two movies, so I was kind of sad that his role was kind of dulled down a little bit in this movie. I understand why, but it would have been cool to see more Dopinder action in this movie. And that's about all I can talk about the movie's cast, because the rest are, well, spoilers. And also, Jesus Christ, the sound design. Every footstep, every gunshot, every stab, slash, slice, and dice sounds incredible. I'm serious. This is the reason movie theaters exist. This is why people go to the movies, is to experience things like this. The sound design and just overall quality of this movie is amazing. And I 100% agree with Deadpool in the movie. He says something along the lines of, we're all sick of the multiverse shit. It's just miss after miss after miss. No one wants it, and it makes everyone depressed. And it's just awful. I'm not saying the multiverse itself as an idea is awful. I'm saying Marvel doesn't know how to properly utilize the multiverse yet. I mean, I love Sam Raimi, but what the hell was that Doctor Strange movie all about? Because it wasn't good. That's all I know for sure, is that it wasn't good. But at the end of the day, Deadpool does the multiverse really well, I think. And seriously, why was Thor crying? I can't get over it. Why was Thor crying? Don't worry, dear viewers. We heard you loud and clear. I read every comment pretty much. Like this one. Oh. Or this one. Oh. Or even this one. That one's my favorite. I even read this naughty little bastard's comment. I even saw this comment. And I know what you're thinking. How in the fuck does Deadpool and Wolverine count as an album review video? To which I say, shut up. This is my show. But oh my god, the soundtrack to this movie is incredible. But before I get into the soundtrack, I need to talk about the score of the movie. Because Jesus Deadpool Christ, Rob Simonson is gonna rob some hardworking people of Oscars at this year's Oscars, because god damn it did he knock it out of the park. And if you're not American and you don't quite get that baseball reference, he knocked it out of the park. But we're talking about cricket now. That was a cricket reference this time. So now the soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack. I'm genuinely excited to talk about this. The movie begins with, and without I'm gonna try to do this without spoilers, so let's just say Deadpool goes hard with my man JT. Also, I don't have the soundtrack obviously because the movie just came out, so instead here I have my vinyl of Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. There's not a joke here, I just like her music. This soundtrack has some absolute bangers. We got some Waylon Jennings, we got some Avril Lavigne, we got The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News, which honestly threw me off guard because, the last movie I heard it in was Back to the Future. We have a song from The Greatest Showman performed by Zac Efron, which if you don't know, Huey Jackman in The Booze was on The Greatest Showman. He played the in-movie whimsical and lovable guy, in reality kind of definitely a terrible piece of shit human, P.T. Barnum. I also really like musicals. We got some fucking Green Day on here. And who doesn't love some fucking Green Day? If you don't like Green Day, fuck you. This album review, if that's what you want to call it, is a little biased, but at the end of the day, every album review is a little biased, because at the end of the day, it's all subjective. It's all other people's opinions, and you can disagree with me if you want, but I give Deadpool's soundtrack a 10 out of 10.
I absolutely adore Deadpool and comic books just in general, including manga, obviously. And for the longest time, other than the Spider-Man movies, people lost a lot of faith in Marvel because it was just constantly getting let down by Marvel. Every single movie that you're like, oh, that looks so good, that's going to be so good, turns out to just be a massive disappointment. And I admit, I also lost my faith in Marvel movies. After they killed off the MCU's anchor character, Iron Man, Marvel's just been kind of in this free fall. They don't really know what to do next. They don't know who their biggest star is right now. Marvel movies have been steadily declining in quality over the past few years, and I think the reason is pretty obvious. Marvel bit off way more than they could chew with all the movies and the shows and the side projects, and it's just become one giant jumbled mess. Ever since COVID happened, Marvel has just kind of been in free fall, like I said. And I think personally we need to go back to having a movie maybe once a year, maybe once every other year, like they used to do. And maybe, if you're lucky, a shitty CW show. And that's it. That's all I want from Marvel. I don't want several movies and TV shows coming out in a single year, because I want quality over quantity. And overall, I think Deadpool and Wolverine is quality. I think it is genuinely one of the very few movies in this world that I can call perfect. It is, in my eyes, one of the perfect movies. If you like this video, once again, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell next to it so you get notified every time we upload. It would really help us out a lot. Drop a comment. Share this video with a friend. Call me horrendous things in the comments, because I'm just a freaky little bitch like that. Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Jesus Christ, what is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Alex, grab it. Grab it.
I'm not gonna grab that. You grab it.
Get it down!
Also, I'm learning just now because I'm editing it. I'm just kidding. I have not started editing the video. I procrastinate a lot. But I realized all the bitch in the kitchen, which there are a couple, have this really bad echo, and I didn't realize that when making the video. I tried to fix it in Audacity, and it kind of it sounds better, but it doesn't. It's still echoey, and I'm not gonna refilm the bits in the kitchen because I don't want to. So hope that clears everything up. Yeah.